Picture this, the stadium lights glaring down, cutting through the thick Doha night. The deafening silence of a missed penalty echoing in the ears of millions. The absolute crushing weight of a nation's dashed hopes on the biggest stage imaginable. Welcome to this explainer, because what we're diving into today isn't just a story about a football team, it's a full-blown cinematic saga. We're tracking the violent reawakening of a sleeping giant. This is the story of a team rising from the absolute ashes of agonizing heartbreak to become the most feared, ruthless conquerors on the planet. This is the rebirth of La Roja.
To really grasp where Spain is heading in North America in 2026, we've got to go back to the exact moment their old world completely shattered into a million pieces. December 2022, the World Cup in Qatar. That devastating penalty shootout loss to Morocco. I mean, they had over 1,000 passes completed in that match, right? And yet, they were knocked out, completely paralyzed by their own endless possession. It was the brutal, bitter end of an era. But here's the thing. That devastating night didn't destroy them. It sparked something. Imagine a player on his knees in that suffocating heat. That wasn't defeat in his eyes. It was a relentless, fiery hunger for absolute redemption being born.
And man, did that sleeping giant ever awaken. Let's look at Spain's explosive resurgence. Just look at the sheer dizzying velocity of this timeline. We go from the absolute golden kings of 2010, bathed in Johannesburg confetti, plunging deep into the dark abyss of the 2022 Qatar heartbreak. But the bounce back, it was immediate and it was violent. Think about the roar of the crowds as they lifted the 2023 UEFA Nations League trophy. And then, the absolute terrifying domination at Euro 2024. They didn't just win in Germany. They swept through the entire tournament with a ruthless, cold-blooded elegance, beating Madrid's Croatia, dismantling Italy, slaying the host Germany, silencing Mbappe's France, and finally breaking England's hearts in the final. They literally became the first team ever to win all 7 matches in a single European championship.
But to reach this terrifying new pinnacle, we have to talk about the echoes of past glory. Because Spain first had to do the unthinkable. They had to ruthlessly kill their own footballing ghost.
For a whole decade, the ghost of tiki-taka absolutely haunted Spanish football. It was patient. It was horizontal. 1,000 sterile passes that basically led nowhere against the deep parked defense. The fear of losing the ball became way bigger than the actual desire to score. But enter the new Spain, the true Red Fury. Under manager Luis de la Fuente, the whole philosophy has been flipped on its head. The ball moves forward now, not sideways. Sure, they still dominate possession. We're talking an average of 64% in their qualifiers, but it's vertical. It's high pressing. Picture those lightning-fast, lethal transitions that shatter European defenses before the center backs can even blink.
15. Just let that number echo in your mind for a second. That is the staggering, record-breaking 15 goals Spain scored at Euro 2024. This single number proves they're no longer just keeping the ball for the sake of it. They are violently punishing opponents. The net is constantly bulging. They literally had 10 different goal scorers in that tournament alone. It's a testament to danger coming from every single angle. The endless hypnotic passing loops? Gone. Completely replaced by a ruthless, primal instinct to kill the game off.
Listen, if your heart is pounding for the beautiful game right now, if you can literally feel the electricity of this World Cup build-up right through your screen, smash that like button, share this explainer with your squad, and subscribe to join us as we track this epic, emotional ride to North America. The roaring crowds, the slow-motion drama, the unforgettable goals, we are just getting started. And trust me, you don't want to miss a second of it.
So how did they actually build this relentless machine? Let's break down the tactical revolution.
De La Fuente's mastermind blueprint is built on 3 unbreakable pillars. Step 1. An intense, suffocating high press. Visualize the aerial tactical view right now. The exact second the opposition gets the ball, the Spanish forward line triggers a trap. The data shows Spain averages an incredible 22 presses per match in the opposition's final third. They hunt the ball in packs, like wolves. Step 2. Lightning vertical transitions. The second they win it back, they are sprinting straight at the throat of the defense. And step 3, asymmetric fullback overloads. You've got Alejandro Grimaldo tucking inside on the left to create this brilliant midfield overload, while Dani Carvajal bombs relentlessly down the right wing to provide maximum width. It is a terrifying, unstoppable 4-2-3-1 machine.
But hey, tactical blueprints mean absolutely nothing without the Warriors on the pitch. Welcome to a new golden generation.
I really need you to let this number sink in. 18.
Absolute prodigy Lamine Yamal will be just 18 years old during the 2026 World Cup. Yet, he already plays with the ice-cold, ruthless execution of a seasoned, battle-hardened veteran. Think back to that curling, slow-motion wonder goal he scored in the Euro semifinal against France when he was just 16. He is terrifying global defenders, breaking ankles and breaking records. Picture him stepping onto the turf in North America, the stadium just roaring, fully ready to claim his undisputed throne. It's unbelievable.
The sheer youth of this core engine is staggering. Out on the wings, you have the explosive, devastating pace of Yamal and Nico Williams. That means opponents can't just double-team one side without leaving themselves fatally exposed on the other. In the middle, you find the creative heartbeat of Pedri. The guy sees passing angles that simply do not exist for mere mortals. And he's paired perfectly with the ferocious blood and thunder combativeness of Gavi. Then, right at the back, you've got 19-year-old Palku Barsi playing with insane veteran composure, forming a teenage defensive wall that attackers simply bounce off of.
But every single high-octane engine needs an anchor, right? Enter Rodri, the indispensable orchestrator. The underlying data is terrifyingly clear here. When Rodri plays, Spain concedes an average of just 0.4 goals per match. When he doesn't, that spikes dramatically to 1.2. He's the Ballon d'Or winner, the metronome, the deep-lying general who completely controls the tempo, neutralizes counterattacks before they even begin, and absolutely stops the entire defensive structure from collapsing. He is the true beating heart holding all this beautiful chaos together.
Which brings us to the most bizarre, highly criticized, yet totally undeniable figure in this entire squad. Is Álvaro Morata a great player? The media scrutinizes his every missed chance, literally every single offside call. Yet look at his CV. He is a multi-time Champions League winner, and the actual captain who just lifted the European Championship. His relentless, selfless running into the channels, his physical hold-up play against bruising center backs, and his vital off-pitch leadership, they are secretly the exact glue this incredibly young, fiery team needs to unlock their massive potential. He takes the hits so the kids can shine.
Now, let's talk about the path to destiny. What does the actual, unforgiving battleground standing between Spain and World Cup glory look like?
In Group H, the threats are coming from all sides, and every single one demands absolute respect. First, you have a severe threat in Uruguay. Close your eyes and picture that iconic sky blue jersey. This is a team built for the absolute trenches of tournament football. They bring brutal physical aggression, a world-class midfield engine driven by Valverde, and the pure untamed chaos of Darwin Núñez up top. Then you have Saudi Arabia, a moderate threat on paper, but remember, they shocked Messi's Argentina in 2022. They're proven giant killers with an intense high press of their own. And finally, Cabo Verde, the wild card debutants bringing this romantic, unpredictable underdog energy to the world stage. It's an absolute minefield.
But beyond that group stage, there's a massive, looming, emotional shadow waiting in the knockout rounds. The ghost of the Iberian rivalry. Spain and Portugal are basically eternally destined to clash in dramatic, heart-stopping footballing wars. The trauma attached to these historical neighbors runs incredibly deep. I mean, who could forget that haunting 3-3 thriller at the 2018 World Cup, Cristiano Ronaldo stepping up and netting that sensational late free kick to break Spanish hearts? Or even more recently, the devastating 2025 Nations League final. Morata's costly penalty miss in the shootout handed the crown directly to Portugal, while Spain literally watched in tears. That rivalry? It is a simmering volcano just waiting to erupt again on the grandest stage of them all. But looking past the ghosts, there is glory on the horizon. As we ramp up the cinematic energy towards that opening whistle in 2026, where does La Roja actually stand among football's elite? The reality is completely undeniable. The data, the analytics, the global bookmakers, they all firmly believe the hype. At an 18.2% implied probability, Spain are the absolute favorites to conquer the world. They possess the most unbeatable mix of fearless, electric youth, tactical brilliance under De La Fuente, and a suffocating high press that has permanently cured their old defensive vulnerabilities. Make no mistake, they aren't just participating in this World Cup. They are marching across the Atlantic to North America to aggressively take the throne. So the sleeping giant is wide awake. The tiki-taka ghost is dead and buried. The Red Fury is fully ready for war. The only question left is who will you stand with in 2026?
Hit the comments right now and declare your allegiance. Will it be Spain lifting that iconic solid gold trophy amidst a sea of roaring crowds and raining confetti? Or will someone else rise up to spoil the destiny of this new golden generation? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.
So, did you find today's explainer useful?
Then definitely drop a like, share it out, and subscribe to join the family.
Tell us, what should we explore next? Stay well.